What is big, guys? So today I'm going to be ranking the top 5 worst seasons in Fortnite history. Fortnite is a very popular and very good game, if I do say so myself, and I think that there have been weak seasons of Fortnite, but today I'm going to be going to the worst of the worst, with the top 5 worst Fortnite seasons of all time. Now keep in mind, during this video I never played in Chapter 1, but there is going to be some Chapter 1 references in this video, because I am putting this ranking with my personal rankings along with the communities. So make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you want me to rank the top 5 best Fortnite seasons of all time after this. And without further ado, let's get started. So starting things off at number 5, I have Chapter 1 Season X. Now I was not able to play this season, but according to fans and other players, this season apparently was really bad, and it makes sense why. There were a lot of mechs. There's a lot of hype for the possible rumored upcoming Chapter 2, which was true later on. And the loot pool apparently was really bad. And looking at this trailer and playing with the mechs during, I think it was Chapter 2 Season 8, it really just does not look that fun. There aren't a lot of counters to the mechs in this season, and on top of that, they were even more broken in Season X than they were in 2.8. I'm not trying to talk about 2.8, but it is kind of a comparison, because there was an invisible glitch where you could literally be invisible in a mech, and it was absolutely crazy. And, you know, the loot pool was a little weird. I never played it, but this is based off of fans and different people on social media. So that is why Chapter 1 Season X is going to be at number 5. At number 4, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw Chapter 3 Season 3 Vibin' on here. I did play this season, and if I was making a list of the most forgettable Fortnite seasons of all time, this would be number 1, because I barely remember anything that happened in this season. I just don't remember it being a lot of fun. The loot pool was weird. All I remember was Darth Vader was the secret battle pass skin, and there was a really weird cuddle team leader roller coaster in this season. And while some things about Chapter 3 were really cool and fun, this is definitely not one of them. The battle pass was weak aside from Darth Vader, and to be honest, it's just so forgettable. The loot pool was weird. There were weird, like, graffiti, pink, yellow things all over the map, and it just wasn't that memorable. So that is why Chapter 3 Season 3 is at number 4. At number 3, what a lot of people do think is number 1, I have Chapter 4 Season 3 at number 3, Wilds. Now, I think what was really bad about this season is just, I don't think it was the loot pool. I think a lot of people blame the loot pool, but you have the flapjack rifle, you had the mammoth pistol. The only thing about the loot pool that was bad was the rocket ram. People would abuse the rocket ram and use it in ways that it shouldn't have been used. But what was really bad about this season was the jungle biome. Raptors were back, and I forgot if wolves were back or not. I don't think they were, but there was this mosquito mechanic. Like, you could get attacked by mosquitoes, and it was actually really annoying in my opinion. And I just did not have a lot of fun in this season, and I don't think anybody else did either. The seasons before and after it were really solid, but just in the middle, Chapter 4 Season 3, it was not a fun season. And on top of that, the battle pass was awful. Like, this was not a good battle pass. And I know that a lot of people are probably saying, oh, what about Optimus Prime? Well, when's the last time you saw somebody actually wear the Optimus Prime skin? Nobody wears these secret battle pass skins a lot, except for skins like Wolverine and Darth Vader. Let's face it, Optimus Prime just does not have a big enough fan base with the younger audience for people to be wearing him, you know, like they would Aura or, you know, a sweat skin like Siren. So while the loot pool this season was very interesting, you know, the rocket ram and Optimus Prime Mythic were really annoying. I think it's just the battle pass map and you know, just overall annoying kind of meta that was created out of a good loot pool that makes this season bad. At number 2, I'm going to get some hate for not putting this at number 1, but I have Chapter 2 Season 6. And for those of you people who played this season, I really don't need to explain why this is on this list, and some of you might be confused why it is not number 1. Well, I have a lot of nostalgia for this season. I played with a lot of friends, I did a lot of cool challenges here on the channel, and on top of that, I thought the Battle Pass was kind of cool in its own way, and the Predator Mythic I thought was kind of fun to use. And I mean, there were cool things here and there, but what really made it bad was the raptors, the wolves, the animals, the weird frogs here and there. Like, I mean, why were there frogs? I still have no clue. And then you have, you know, the bows, which a lot of people are really good with, but I found the bows really annoying, and I was never really good with them. The shockwave bow is the only one that's actually good, in my opinion. But to be honest, what really made this season bad was the crafting mechanic. Now, in Chapter 2, Season 7, a season later, they actually perfected this mechanic to make it pretty good. But in this season, it was like you had this awful makeshift gun, and then you had to make it into a solid gun that we just saw the season prior or seasons before. So it was basically, if you wanted to actually have a chance to win the game, you either had to get really good with the bad makeshift weapons, or you had to craft your weapons into a meta that you're familiar with. And that is why this season was so bad. The animals, I know that I said that I liked the Battle Pass, but a lot of people did not like it, and I can understand that. And sometimes the Predator Mythic was a bit overpowered. But to be honest, I have nostalgia for this season, but if I'm being honest, even with nostalgia, this season's just really bad overall, and the map was just not it. Like, the map was just weird, and we had mythic boots. Like, I mean, just listening to that for a second, like, mythic boots, like, what is that? And that is why that is at number 2. Because at number 1, y'all saw this coming, Chapter 5, Season 3 Wrecked. I don't think any season is going to overcome how bad this one was. This is historically bad. What made it so bad? The map was weird, the mythics were hard to get, the cars were overpowered, and they decided to put those, like, I forgot what they're called, like electrical stoppage grenades. They decided to put those in, like, over midway through the season, and this was a perfect opportunity to put in the anvil launcher, but they decided, nah, we're gonna wait until next season to put that in. Or I think they put it in reload or something like that in the next season. But, like, there were almost no counters for cars, and these end games were ridiculous. Like, imagine showing, like, a Chapter 1 OG who hasn't played the game in years a clip from a Chapter 5 Season 3 Wrecked endgame. Like, just cars everywhere. And I think I might have broken the record for the most second places gotten in a single season, because I swear I got second place, like, so many times because of the cars. And the guns were just weird, and, like, there was this really weird boss that, I mean, if you guys remember, like, that Santa type thing that would go around during Winterfest, it was like that, but way harder. Like, you had to follow the car all the way, and then you would get the medallion, the mythic, and then you'd probably be out of circle. And on top of that, the Battle Pass was just not memorable at all. The cars were annoying. And the saving grace, I say that with quotes, was Reload. Reload got introduced in this season, and I feel like Epic Games had to do that to actually keep people on the game. Now, Reload is still very relevant today, but it was even more relevant back in the day because this is all people played. So, Chapter 5 Season 3 is, in my opinion, the worst season of all time. Let me know if you guys agree, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.